Squarespace Staples, the series where we go through all the basics of using your Squarespace website. Okay, so today we are uploading a custom font to our Squarespace website, and I just want to give a quick disclaimer that this process does involve a tiny bit of coding, but don't worry, it's very easy. It's pretty much copy and paste, so if you can do that, I'm confident in you. You've got this, you can do it. So if you've downloaded a font from a website, it likely came in a .ttf or .otf file type. But just to be super safe, we want to have actually 3 versions of our font. So one of them is going to be a TTF or OTF. The second one is going to be a WOFF, and the third one is going to be a WOFF2. And the reason that we're gonna have these 3 different versions is to make sure that the font will work on every browser, even the older ones. Okay, so if you have a TTF or OTF file, but you don't have the other kinds, then what you can do is go to a site like fontsquirrel, and I'll have the link for you down in the description. You can upload your font file and it will generate a WOFF and WOFF2 file for you to download automatically for free. All right, once you've got those, all of your files, we're gonna head to our Squarespace site. We're gonna go to Pages, come down here to Website Tools, Custom CSS, and then we're going to click here on the custom files and add images or fonts. And then we're going to upload our 3 different ones. So WOFF, WOFF2, and either OTF or TTF. Okay, so we're going to upload those. And then once those are finished uploading, we're going to come over here to our CSS box. This is where we're going to paste our code. So we're going to paste this, and I will have a link for you in the description with all of the CSS blocks that you can just copy and paste from. Okay, so don't worry about that. If you want to stop and screenshot here, you can, but do yourself a favor, just get the copy and paste file. All right, so we're going to do this first, and where it says font name right here, we're actually going to change that to something that you're going to remember. So if your font has a name, you can go ahead and stick that in here or name it whatever you want, as long as you know you're going to remember what that file is. All right, my font is called Stigma, so that's what I am going to name it here. And then what we're going to do is come back here and we're going to click on one of these files. So let's click one of them and then come back here, and what you can see is it's pasted this URL into our code block, right? All right, so what we want is to take this URL all the way down to here. And what we're gonna do is a cut. So I just went Control X right there. And then that was a TTF one that we pasted there first. So see here where it's got like TTF, OTF, WOFF, and WOFF2, we're going to paste that URL in here. So we're going to actually replace this whole thing with that URL. So I'm going to paste it here, and then we're going to come back up. So the next one is WOFF. So we're going to come back up here, go down to this one, click that, come back here, and then make sure we get all of that here. And then we're going to do the last one, which is that WOFF2. I'm going to put it here, click there, and then we are going to take this, cut, and then replace it here like that. And then once we've got that, we're going to hit save just to save our work. And now we're going to paste our second code block in here like this. And what this has done is change our H1 to our custom font. So our heading 1 is now going to be our custom font instead of whatever we've set it as before. So one more time, we're going to change this to our font name, the same one that we used up above. We're going to hit save, and that is pretty much it. Now, if you want to change your H2, H3, etc. type fonts, you can repeat this process and replace this H1 with the H2 or H3, etc., etc. It's the same process. All right? All right. Okay, and if you want an alternative to this method where you don't necessarily want to have to be dealing with code or code blocks or CSS, you can check out my free guide to which fonts are in both Canva and Squarespace so that you can keep your branding consistent when you're designing and not have to worry about uploading anything custom. I'll also have that link for you down in the description. All right, now go update your website and let me know in the comments what other things you're interested in learning about Squarespace. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.